Alright everyone, how's it going? Got FourthStarTCG here, doing my best SM Pratt impression. No green screen, no script, giving it to you straight facts about the Pokemon hobby. So today we're going to talk about something that's been a topic of discussion for a lot of people, but one that I still feel needs quite a bit of examination. So topic for today's video, if you saw the title, it's the modern Pokemon card market. Where is it now and where is it going? So right now, Pokemon, everyone knows Pokemon's going like this. It's taken off to the sky. And one of the biggest questions has been the sustainability of this price increase. You know, with the virus, with everyone in quarantine, you know, everyone's got more time on their hands. Maybe they've got a little bit more money from the stimulus check, the unemployment, and they're spending that money that maybe they wouldn't spend out on entertainment and events, spending that on trading cards. You know, we're seeing an across-the-board increase for trading cards. You know, we're seeing it in sports, seeing it in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not exclusive to Pokemon, but it's very interesting. And the questions we always get are about the sustainability. So will it continue to go up? If it stops at some point, will it then go down? Will we see a crash? And which parts of the market are most impervious to this crash or retrace if it were to happen? So one of the biggest things that people have been talking about is the modern Pokemon card market. Prices are super high. I got some of my Stonks cards here. There we go, Shining Rayquaza, PSA 10. I bought this for $40 a year ago. It's $250 or so now. If that's not a stonk, I don't know what is. But when you see rises like that on a card that, you know, this card, when did it come out? 2017. It's been out for 3 years, PSA 10 copy. And we're looking at a ridiculous price increase. So the question that rightfully comes to mind is, you know, what drove this rise? What are these cards going to do in the future? Are they going to crash? Are they going to retrace? What are they going to do? Now, anyone who tells you that they know what Shining Rayquaza is going to do in a couple weeks or a couple months or a year, they're wrong. No one knows. No one could have foreseen this market increase. You know, I remember threads back on E4, like the meme threads, like, will coronavirus drop cards to 2009 prices? It was hilarious. And everyone was saying, you know what's going to happen is those modern cards are going to go down because the people who are holding them, they're going to sell vintage, the high price stuff, that's going to continue. But what we're really seeing is the complete opposite. Cards have shot up. Modern cards have shot up. You know, what do we got? What am my other stonks pile here? Boom, Hidden Fates, Ultra Shiny GX. I don't have any Hidden Fates, but here's some Ultra Shiny GX. Boy, those are going stonkers right now as well, through the roof. So one thing that I want to sort of dispel right off the bat is the idea of market manipulation. This is something that a lot of people who aren't really informed about the Pokemon market, they say that this is happening. It's basically impossible. So just give you a crash course. Market manipulation, that's when people come together to artificially increase prices of cards. You know, whether that's faking a sale on eBay, listing a card, having an alt account buy it at a high price, whether that's, you know, conspiring with your friends to post disinformation online about private sales of cards. There are all sorts of, you know, whether it's shill bidding on auctions, there are all sorts of forms that market manipulation can take. And while these are present in Pokemon, you know, I'm certainly not denying that shill bidding exists. That's a serious problem on eBay. To affect a large-scale change in the market is basically impossible outside of, you know, that change being willed to happen by collectors. You know, Hidden Fates is a modern in-print set. The amount of Hidden Fates stuff that's out there, nuts. You know, I got my opened, you know, we got more Hidden Fate stocks here. I opened a bunch of these tins. A ton of people have, you know, stacks of Hidden Fates. It's not Watsy hollows. So when you look at the Hidden Fates market, it's so difficult to be able to consistently manipulate that market. Like if, you know, let's say, you know, PSA 10 Mewtwo, Hidden Fates, I don't know what that's going for. Let's just throw a random number up there and say $150. That sounds about right. Let's say you wanted to market manipulate that price up to $300. you would have to buy or fake buy at 300 every single Hidden Fates Mewtwo PSA 10 that popped up. And there are quite a few of them, so that's just simply not going to happen. So people who say this, they usually think the prices are fake. The prices aren't fake. Modern Pokemon prices are not fake. We're at a high point in modern Pokemon, and it's a significant high point. It's not faked. It's real. The sales are real. The prices are real. But the bigger question is, where do we go from here? So the prices are high for modern Pokemon, the highest we've seen in years. You know, early XY product through the roof, even the reprint era XY stuff that you couldn't pay people to take off the shelf. Rudy had a great video, you know, he couldn't pay people to take Roaring Skies and Ancient Origins off his hands at, you know, $75 a box under distributor pricing, and now people are offering $250, $300 for these boxes. The question is whether that's sustainable. And also the question is, you know, can I invest in modern Pokemon? And you all know my thoughts about investing in Pokemon. I hate it. I think, you know, it's possible that you can invest in Pokemon. You can make some good money. Got to be really smart about it. You got to know what you're doing. And you got to invest in the right products. And I think, obviously, you know, I had my whole video on this, that the best way to invest is to collect. But can you do that with modern Pokemon? Is modern Pokemon investable, so to speak? The answer to that is of course. You know, modern Pokemon has a massive number of chase cards, exciting cards that people love. You know, Shining Rayquaza and Hidden Fates are not, you know, these cards are not going super stonkers because, you know, because of nothing. Pokemon is churning out the shiny Pokemon. They're churning out the great sets. They're churning out awesome cards, and interest in modern Pokemon, you know, interest in Pokemon's at a rate that it hasn't been since the beginning of Pokemon. It might have even eclipsed that. So to see this level of interest and hype around modern Pokemon is really exciting. So the idea that modern Pokemon, you know, won't have any money in it, and, you know, just because these cards are highly printed means that they're going to be worthless in the future, that's just wrong. There is a lot of modern Pokemon that I think has very strong long-term value potential, and even some of the things that have gone crazy recently. You know, PSA 10 Shining Rayquaza. You know, look at that. This is a shining Pokemon card featuring Rayquaza. You know, it harkens back to the original Neo Shinings. You've got that moniker on it. It's hard to pull. Not super hard to grade, but still, you know, not easy to score a PSA 10 on any English card. So I don't doubt that these cards will be worth money in the future, and I don't doubt that they, you know, could be good places to put your money into. But with the current prices, you got to be really careful, because there is a huge amount of graded cards out there. And when modern prices start hitting the levels of some vintage stuff, when you start getting that equivalency, that's when you got to be careful, and you really have to look at the entire market. Because when you're investing in Pokemon, you have to look at the entire market. You can't just look at any one item. You know, Charlie, my good friend Charlie, said this on the forum several times. When you're investing in Pokemon, you can't look at any one item and say, is this a good investment? You know, Charizard, all Charizards might be good investments. In the future, they might go up in value quite a bit. You have to look at all cards, all facets of the market, and say, is this the best investment? Is this the best place to put my money? And chances are, for most cards, it's not going to be. So just an equivalency that we can look at today between a modern card and a vintage card. PSA 10, and we'll even pick the same Pokemon, Charizard. PSA 10 Charizards. Let's do a comparison. You got Burning Shadows PSA 10 Hyper Rare Charizard. That card is about $2,500 right now in PSA 10. There are 660 PSA 10 copies in the population report, and it's just about 50-50. I think there's maybe 700, 800 nines in the population report. So a few more nines on the 9-to-10 ratio. But still, it's not a difficult card to grade. You know, Burning Shadows print quality wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. It's sort of in the middle, much better than XY and black and white and that kind of stuff, where those full arts population is still sitting under 10 for a lot of them. So that card, $2,500. And Got another Stonkers here. PSA 10 EX Fire Red Leaf Green Charizard. This is also about $2,500. I know of a couple confirmed sales in that neighborhood, actually a little less. And this card has about 150 in the PSA 10 population report. Much more in 9s. The 9 to 10 ratio, it's harder to grade in a 10. This card's from 2004. Right? 2004 for this Charizard. Graded PSA 10. You could buy this Charizard probably today for the same price as a Burning Shadows Zard. So when I look at that, I say, okay, both of those might be good investments, right? Burning Shadows Charizard might be worth more in the future. I think it will be worth more in, 10 to 20 years. But I think this is going to be worth more than the Burning Shadows Charizard. So this might be the best investment. But, again, it's difficult, and you can't sort of take an all, one-size-fits-all approach. There's going to be older cards that, given the prices, there's a lot of hype behind them right now. I know of like some PSA 9 EX cards which are selling for $500 right now. I think that's, slightly inflated. I think we're going to see a retrace as more people get their 9 quality EXs graded. So it's looking at the entire market, and it's making your decisions on purchasing based off of that. And, this is something that not only if you're one of those stonker investors, you want to see everything go up, but also if you're a collector. If you want that Burning Shadows Charizard, when do you purchase it? If you want that PSA 10 Charizard EX, when do you purchase it? Because that's going to have you making very different collecting decisions as well. If I wanted both of those cards, if I wanted both of those Charizards, I know which one I'd purchase tomorrow, and I know which one I'd wait maybe 6 months to purchase. Because the price volatility is just so much greater on the older cards. And, it's... Again, you have to really take a circumspect view of it, and, where's the modern market going in the future? I think that's really impossible to tell. We could continue to see an increase. I think the most likely thing that we're going to see is on these cards that have been out for a very short period of time, we're going to see a decrease in price. And I would not recommend anyone investing in these modern cards, especially one of the things that I think people especially need to be wary about is the, actually my good friend Hisoka107, he put up a thread on the forums about this today when I'm recording this video, about the rise of modern investing-focused Pokemon channels which hype up modern product. And often these channels also try to sell modern product as well. So what they'll do is they'll sell box breaks, they'll sell packs, they'll open them live, and they'll hype up the investment quality of these Pokemon cards. And that's where I think you really need to watch out, is when investing starts being used as a marketing strategy for individuals to make money. If you believe that modern Pokemon is an investable product, and that $15 a pack for hidden fates is a good deal because you might pull that shiny card which is going to be worth $1,000 in the future, or if Furious Fists, you're paying $10 a pack for Furious Fists on a box break, that's something I'd be very, very worried about. And you always want to look at the motivations behind the people who are trying, especially if they're trying to sell you product. So I think that pretty much covers it. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the first style of video I've done like this. If you guys like it, let me know in the comment section below if you want me to do some more. So yeah, I'll finish it the way SM Pratt does. I'll walk off the camera and press the stop button. I'll see you guys next time.